The Nets are going to be without, it would appear, Spencer Dinwiddie and DeAndre Jordan. At least both of them announced they've tested positive for the coronavirus. Jordan will opt out of Orlando as a result, and Woj is reporting that Dinwiddie is strongly considering sitting out as well. And if you look at Jordan's opt-out, now means 5 Nets players will not be making the trip down there, including KD and Kyrie, who aren't going because of injury. This would actually be a very good team if you just put it together. And as the NBA continues to deal with players testing positive, Raptors guard Fred VanVleet had some interesting comments about playing in the bubble amidst these social justice issues in the U.S.
It sucks, man, and it's terrible timing, but that's been 2020 for us. So I think, I mean, look, obviously we all know the right thing to do is to not play, to take a stand, to, morally, yes, that makes sense, but life goes on. We're all young black guys, and none of us want to give any money back, and I don't think that we should, and I think that most of us decide to play, and it's something that we'll have to live with, but I trust that my heart's in the right place and I'm doing enough to really make change.
All right, Malika Andrews is outside the bubble as we speak, preparing to go in and cover for us, and so prepare to see a lot of her in the coming weeks and months. And as this approaches, Malika, what more are you hearing from teams and players and their feelings about going into the bubble?
Yeah, Greeny, trepidation is a word that I think describes a lot of what the players I'm talking to are feeling right now, whether it's like Fred VanVleet said, over racial and social justice issues, because even though the NBA is expected to put Black Lives Matter on the court, and even though they are allowing players to don the names of victims of police brutality or other social causes on the back of their jersey, players feel really strongly that their meaningful messages should also be followed up by tangible actions. And then, like you said, there's a whole other group of players who are feeling like they need to maybe take a beat and think about Orlando based off of health issues. The Nets are a case study in that, right? Like you said, you have DeAndre Jordan, who's already opted out. You have Spencer Dinwiddie, who said, I tested positive and now I have to really think about this. You have Wilson Chandler, who over the weekend told me, hey, you know what? My family, my grandmother, my children, I just can't leave them right now. And so you're going to see a lot of that as we march towards when players are supposed to arrive next week.
And you're sort of living a piece of it here. You were just telling me. I think it was fascinating to me. I'm sure the audience will be interested to hear. Quickly, run through sort of the way your day works, how you are being tested and all the rest of that as you prepare to go into the bubble at the end of the week.
Yeah, so I was safely transported from the Orlando airport to this hotel that is just outside where the bubble location is going to take place at Disney. And I basically came up to my room. I wiped my entire room down with Clorox wipes and with spray. A lot of NBA personnel are staying at this hotel right now in preparation for going into the bubble in a couple of days. And basically, Greeny, I only leave my hotel room to go and get food, which I bring back to eat in my hotel, and go to get tested. And even the bus drivers who take us in these huge charter-sized buses, and even though it was just me and one producer on the bus to the site to get tested, even they are getting tested every day. And what it is it's one swab up one side of the nose, one swab up another side of the nose, one swab down your throat, and you get those results back within 12 hours. So it's going to be a very similar experience to what players will be going through when they get down here to Orlando.
And again, you will be going into the bubble covering for us starting towards the end of this weekend, and certainly we look forward to your coverage of this. It is a monumental undertaking that all these sports leagues are attempting here. You give them credit for trying, and all of us who are sports fans only hope that they can pull it off. Malika, thank you very much. You stay safe down there.